You can see that the two charts each give quite a different picture of the performance of boys and girls in the two key subjects of math and English. It shows that in English, girls consistently outperform boys over a period of 6 years, achieving scores about 10% above their male peers. There is quite a different picture when we look at the math results with no real difference between genders in the results. What is the explanation for these key differences? To answer this question, researchers look at biological and cognitive factors, and a range of social factors. The interaction between these different components in early childhood development are seen as maintained and reinforced in the school context. And this leads to distinct gender patterns of behavior and skills with direct consequences for school performance and achievement. The ultimate uses of this evidence are to show that biological factors, such as patterns of cognitive developments, are closely linked to social factor, such as learned gender categories. These cognitive skills are learned both preschool and subsequently at school, supported by the responses of teachers, creating a reinforcement of patterns. At the top, you would have a king. Now the king would rule over a kingdom. Now, this is not so easy to govern, especially during the Middle Ages. And the king might owe many people things, especially people who helped the king come to power, helped him depose the previous king or to conquer this land. And so in exchange for that and to help govern, he might grant land or feasts to other people. And the key currency in the Middle Ages under the feudal system, island and land in exchange for loyalty and service. So this whole thing is a kingdom. Now right over here, this is a duchy. And a duchy will be controlled by a duke. I guess I didn't call it duchy because that just doesn't sound as serious. So the king might grant a duchy to a duke, and in exchange, the duke would provide loyalty pledged their fealty. If the kingdom is threatened, the duke will fight alongside. The king would provide their own.
The authors reason that educators who already advocated for a lifestyle of comprehensive education that prioritizes academic success and stability in the emotion will be prone to take advantage of mindfulness. Because they know that although emotions are not contentious for scholars but one of key understanding and reason why they think mindfulness could support scholars to tame the emotions. Consequently, these teachers will more likely to fit mindfulness into their teaching process as another regular activity rather than a side activity. The belief that happiness and emotional well-being are important increases their concern with out-of-work mindfulness, that in turn increases the chances of its success. Some teachers might have little personal experience or are simply not convinced that mindfulness is a thing. They will not have the same attitude towards the efficacy of mindfulness. While a person who has not been following the mindfulness may not understand why it is so important to do it,
In the panorama of skills vital for success, emotional intelligence shines prominently. It's the ability to be aware of, control, and express our emotions judiciously and empathetically that marks our path, not just through academia, but through life. Emotional intelligence is crucial in developing robust relationships, both personal and professional. It equips us with the sensitivity to navigate social complexities, leading to more fruitful collaborations and deeper connections. Studies in organizational behavior find that teams with high emotional intelligence have increased effectiveness, higher job satisfaction, and better outcomes. Beyond interaction, emotional intelligence is integral to self-awareness. It allows us to reflect, understand our strengths and weaknesses, and pursue personal growth. This introspective aspect is not only a cornerstone for mental well-being but also a catalyst for academic and career success. As we march towards our future, let's invest in our emotional intelligence. It is this investment that will yield dividends in all facets of our lives, forging paths to leadership and fulfillment.